you all did make that fantastic block happen there. TaskBot, always the hero we deserve. Again, we are going to get ready and to go into an interview in just a little bit. I'm going to probably be saying goodbye to you all for now. We have an interview coming up with the lovely Etta Bean, interviewing TrevPerson with Pokemon Black White 2. And taking over from me would be the lovely Kung Fu Fruit Cup, who will be there to help guide you through Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix HD.
To highlight that donations in the
And of course, for those of you all who are still hesitant on your donation, remember that Super Monkey Ball and that amazing memory card that features all that task stuff you just saw? You can still donate towards that. Those donations, you can put it towards having that memory card, the one-of-a-kind, limited edition. It's the only one. It'll be worth millions. Well, that may result by, I don't know about that one, but it is valuable. And if you want to get that, there's still a little more time to donate towards that, to have that copy of Super Monkey Ball with that task file. Of course, there's still other prizes available, including that awesome sketchbook by LLK. We've got that 101 video games to play before you grow up for just $10. And, of course, our big prize of the event, that big old 8th generation console bundle. You can have yourself your Xbox One, your PS4, and your Nintendo Switch. Be the talk of your town, of your dorm room. I don't know. But you can get that. That's $150 in cumulative donations across the entire event. So make sure you get in for that. We're going to read a couple donations here before we transition to that interview. We have $50 from Volshock Sorcerer, says $50 towards that Kingdom Hearts community. Excited to see another run at AGDQ. $200 from Anonymous. Hey guys, AGDQ has been amazing this year. This money goes to the best waifu in KHfan. We also had $50 from AWS KDR. Had to donate for Monkey Ball, which first got me into watching speedruns nearly 10 years ago. Can't wait to see it destroyed by TaskBot. You just did, didn't you? $150 from Lingo Maniac. Super Monkey Ball runs always look flashy, but Super Monkey Ball task runs are even more mind-blowing. Also, go Ventus. $300 from El Jefe. Then anything but Aqua. Of course, we have $40 from Anonymous. Love bunch of the Pop-Out games. Gotta love those Punch-Out games. Giving them to the AGDQ. I love watching runners tear apart all of those games and always looking forward to see more. And of course, don't forget, there's also another incentive there. We do have that Punch-Out incentive, which we are over $41,100 of the $75,000 needed. So if you want to see Zallard a little later this evening play Punch-Out and Super Punch-Out, one controller, 2 games simultaneously, make sure you get into that. You do not want to miss that. You don't want to miss opportunity for this, okay? You may never see this again in your life. So make sure you put towards that 2-player, it's not 2 players, 1 player, 2-game demonstration from the man Zallard 1. We also have $25 anonymously donated. Super stoked for that Birth by Sleep run. I just started learning how to run Kingdom Hearts 2 within the last couple of weeks, and I'm always excited to see the best of the best run these games. Shout out to Ventus for having the coolest Keyblade fighting style. $5 from Dad248. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. Ugh, the pain. $10, some word. Donating during this block to shout out to Big John rocking the mic. Always a pleasure to hear your commentary. Glad you got a chance to do some hosting as well. Bump Cancer. $200 anonymously donated. I love seeing all these communities. They're awesome. Thanks for everything that you do. $100 saying, let's see that double Punch-Out action. Another $100 from Kate the Gray. First time donating after watching for a couple years now, and I have to give some money towards watching my Keyblade Queen chase her dumb friends around the universe. I'll give $5 extra for every minute under the estimate, and maybe a little extra if I can swing it. Your friends are your power. Runners less to beat cancer. We have $50 from Love Lamp. So happy I got to see a task run of Super Mario Bros. 1, but 2 Punch-Outs at the same time that I have to see. I need to see it too. Make it happen, you all. $41,268 out of the $75,000 needed. $20 from Anonymous. 2 Punch-Out games, 1 controller. Sounds amazing. Firebot, I have to donate because TaskBot would have wanted it. putting this towards that shortlist, A Link to the Past. Greetings from German, I mean the audience. Of course, you don't already know, we do have another bid war going on for tomorrow. We do have A Link to the Past randomizer. This is going to be the debut of the randomizer. You all, some of those have been watching speed gaming, have seen how randomizer is just taking the speed run arena by storm. So if you want to have a chance to check out that randomizer and choose the character as well as they have to play it swordless, make sure you check it out. Alrighty? So with that being said, I will bid you all adieu from AGDQ again. The next social here is the lovely Kung Fu Fruit Cup. But prior to that, we're going to pass it over to Etta Bean as she will interview TrevPerson and things that have to deal with Pokemon Black and White 2. Let's pass it over to her.
All right, hello everyone. Awesome Games on Great 2018. I'm Edamine, and actually right here with me is TrevPerson, which is our runner for the Pokemon Black and White version 2. Trev, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty okay. A little nervous, but
No
I
problem.
think I'll be ready for the run.
All right, we got a couple of Twitter questions for you already. So let's go ahead and kick it off with ZeroLK, who asks, why did you want to speedrun Black White version 2 compared to other Pokemon games?
I'd say they're like a favorite from my childhood. Out of all the Pokemon games I played when I was younger, the ones that stuck with me the most were definitely the Heart Gold, Soul Silver games, which were a remake. And then when 5th generation came out, I really enjoyed Black and White, but I definitely found this like Black and White 2 being a sequel. I found that really interesting compared to like the remake, remaster that the 3rd game tends to normally be. And I really enjoyed the world building, the story. And the new Pokemon are really good as well, in my opinion at least. Definitely very divided on that one for 5th gen, but I'm definitely I definitely enjoy the 5th generation Pokemon quite a bit, so.
Definitely. We have Toto Nintendo S that asks, in a scale from 1 to 18.4, okay, how much are you going to break this game compared to other Pokemon games?
Interesting scale. I guess if I had to say, it's not going to be that high, like 3 or 4. There are actually not going to be really any glitches in the run. We are going to be doing quite a bit of RNG manipulation, so I guess if that constitutes breaking the game, then certainly that. But glitches, not so much in Black and White. 4th gen is more known for having a lot of glitches. Tweaking is a very well-known glitch in 4th gen, but not in 5th generation speedruns, really.
All right. We have from Awarion asks, do you run any other Pokemon games?
So actually, Black and White 2 is the first and only Pokemon game I run. I'm actually more known for being a Zelda runner. I ran Majora's Mask at SGDQ 2017 and at AGDQ 2016. So this is going to be my first time running anything other than that at a GDQ, which definitely makes me a bit more nervous, definitely out of my comfort zone, but I'm excited, and I think I am definitely prepared for the run, so I hope I can showcase it, but...
Definitely. And then we have from Fox the Blood Edge that asks, favorite Gen 5 Pokemon?
So we're actually going to be using this Pokemon in the run, but it is definitely my favorite, both design-wise and just to use in battle. It is Excadrill and the Drillbur line in general. It has a really good design, really neat typing, one of my favorite types being the Steel type. Also prominent in the anime during that phase for 5th generation, although didn't really enjoy the 5th generation anime, but it definitely had a prominent showing and I enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, I feel bad because a lot of people always ask me about Pokemon, and it's like, I only know like the first and maybe a bit of the second one, and so it's like I'm really behind, but obviously,
you're definitely not the only one.
my favorite would obviously be the obvious choice, which is Pikachu. So yeah. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw it to Sant with prizes. Sant, oh, Sant, you look a little different. I mean, and you know, I'm digging the hairstyle though. The hairstyle is really nice, but I'm sorry, I don't think your mic's working. What? Oh, we got prizes here. Okay, all right. We got this Fugamuku here. So cute. Really nice design. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow. Thank you, Sant. This is really nice, and I believe it is a $10 donation by I believe it was donated by Faith Karwaki. So thank you so much. So we have that little guy. Sit right here. If you can sit, come on. No, there we go. And also we got this nice Pallet Town art print, which was donated by Studio Pen Pen. You have to donate $20. This is really cool, especially for those that are like really nostalgic for like the original Pokemon games. Oh, I just love the art. That is really cute. And it's acrylic on the wood panel. So wow, that is interesting. That is beautiful. So once again, we have that. Ooh. And then we also got this 101, ooh, thank you, video games to play before you grow up by Bran Bertoli. And actually, what's so really interesting about this is that it is actually signed by the author himself. So there you go. And it's $10 if you want to get your chance to win this. And oh my God, it is so cute. I love the art. You got Pikachu there. Yeah, that's really nice. I love that. Thank you so much, Sam. I really appreciate it. The prizes that you've given us. I mean, what more could you do? You're looking really good today. I'm just saying. You're looking really, really good. And
Hey, Edo. When are we gonna do those prizes? Well, I think I've been replaced, everyone.
well, I think that's all the time we got here for today. So coming up next is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix HD with RebelDragon95. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you guys next time.
All right, everybody. What's up? Kung Fu Fruit Cup here. Let's get some hype going for the Kingdom Hearts run. So excited for that. All right, before the run gets started, let's throw in a few donations. Also, keep in mind, guys, remember, that Punch-Out game still needs to be met. Let's see it. That would be so cool. All right. We've got $30 from Lexi91, who says, always love to see TaskBot donating. We got $20 from Alex244. Who says, I'm currently going through chemotherapy, and this stream has been a great source of entertainment. Good luck to all the runners, and here's to a world where nobody else has to go through this. Max JK0 donates $15 and says, in the games we play, we often save people's lives. This week, we do that literally. Put this towards the Punch-Out combo run. All right, let's get a couple more donations out. We have a donation from our man Spike Vegeta 228. He says, Spike here, and I just want to say, the consistency of how good the whole event has been, from the runners to the couch commentary, to the hosts, to the interview crew, to behind-the-scenes peeps like tech people, interview producers, staff, and of course, these amazingly supportive and hype crowds, have made for a show that we should all be proud of. Sad to be nearing the end, but super excited for all the runs to come and the prospects of SGDQ 2018. Endless love to my community. Thank you for everything. All right, guys. We are going to get going with this Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix HD run with RebelDragon95, everybody. So let's get some hype going. Good luck on the run today, man. Woo!
Right. Cool. It's all shiny.
We gonna do introductions before?
Yeah, for sure.
Because we start from character select, so I'll get that going while we do instructions. I'm RebelDragon95.
I'm KHfan169.
I'm It's Casa. I am your boy Be True.
And yeah, this is BBS for the PS4.
Do we know what our character of choice is?
It's Ventus
I
crit.
think it's a Ben.
It's Ventus crit.
Perfect.
So when I'm ready, I'll give you a countdown. So if I go, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, let's go, guys. Let's go.
So straight away, we get thrown into orbs, which is this game's kind of tutorial fight. The way we do it with Ven is I'm going to walk to the left and do a flame salvo of about 14 just to try and kill the first wave completely. After that, I kind of just play out the fight and hopefully it goes well.
Also, some of the orbs, you can knock them into each other, so that's kind of the goal.
One of our goals is during the third
If I could stop
phase
whiffing,
of
that would
the
help.
orbs, we use Quick Blitz, and it causes the two in the back near the window over there to knock into each other. Easy kill.
As long as your party members don't mess with you.
Exactly. These party members are completely random. They will try to attack any orb that is usually closer to them, but sometimes they can go to the farthest one and try and take it out themselves.
And also Ven's finisher is like the worst one for doing this. That was okay.
On top of that, he also has a really tiny Keyblade compared to the other two. They have a really long reach, whereas Ventus has very flighty controls and a small Keyblade.
And his weird underhand attack style.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
So just got a few cutscene skips to go through here.
Basically, it's just cutscenes about how Ventus's friends are leaving. He's worried about it because someone told him that if his friend goes, he'll never see him again. So he just kind of follows after him.
And right here, he's actually going to do some weird movement tech. It saves like frames, but
That's cool. I get it.
Cool.
So I'm just going to do a quick menu here, where I'm going to shove on slide dash and turn on EXP0.
EXP0 is basically our hugest form of damage throughout the entire run. Without it, our Keyblade actually does negligible damage.
It does chip damage for most of the run unless you hit a particular strength cap across the entire game, which is kind of hard to hit on crit.
Here we're going to be selling Quick Blitz and buying a bunch of ethers. These ethers we will use for the final boss in this area.
And here he's just using that slide dash for movement.
I'm going to grab the mini chest here, and then I'm going to try and go around and kill these boxes. So I hit that there to try and line up my slide, my strike grade and my slide dash to instantly kill Grumpy.
The old strat for that one would have us just go close to the box, use strike grade, and then sliding dash, but the sliding dash would get canceled because of Grumpy, and we'd have to kind of chase him and finish him off that way.
Sneezy's being a bit.
So Sneezy is completely random. He'll just jump around wherever he wants to.
I've lost where Sneezy is. There he is. I lost him.
Ideally, you want him to jump towards the area Rebel's looking at right now, because then we can go straight over to Sleepy over here.
I'm just going to use the Fever Pitch finisher on this guy, and then I'll build it back up again in a second.
So these dwarves are actually quite finicky. Some of them are on a cycle, especially the one on the minecart. You want to try and get there as fast as possible. Unfortunately, it looks like we might miss the cycle here as you see it going by. We usually try to get Fever Pitch ready for that specific dwarf, but unfortunately we had to use it before.
And I've got one more dwarf left to go. Hopefully I don't get that. Usually you lock onto floods and everything goes wrong from there, but I managed to catch him early.
Yeah, it looked like a really good cleanup from there.
Yeah.
So now it's just a little bit of movement. We're just moving from point A to point B. If you have any donations, we have about a minute or so here.
I absolutely have some donations. All right, guys, we have a $175 donation from Play, who says, "Good evening. Y'all are doing amazing work, breaking and finishing these games fast. Thank you, tech crew. Thank you, GDQ staff. Thank you, donators. Finally, thank you, runners. Let's get those Mike Tyson's Punch Out bonus games incentive met. See you next mission."
When I did that menu there, I actually used slide dash into the loading zone, and then I paused to cancel the animation, because in this game when you do anything, then pause, and the main pause screen comes up, you just go back to neutral, and you can just hold forward and you fly into the loading zone. So right at the start here, I'm going to move forward a bit, and I'm going to mini the 2 enemies that spawn here. And this causes Snow White to just run straight past the tree that's walking towards her. Then I have to strike raid these guys. Oh, nice, bonus Aoife. Then just go from there.
Unfortunately, Snow White here, anytime an enemy is in front of her, or actually any type of object, she will completely stop moving until that object is out of her way.
She got caught by both trees. Kill that guy so he's out the way. You can mini those guys before they spawn. The mini's active for quite a while.
You just have to kill the one flood in front of her to make her keep walking.
Then I'm just going to mini this guy and kill him. And then I'm actually going to walk in front of her for a second. For some reason, unless you do that, you have to... okay, that was weird. You have to do that tree RC twice for some reason. It just doesn't activate the first time. And that's them dead. Right, and there's 2 more floods that spawn here. When she gets close to them, she's going to mini. If I kill that one in front of her, she should just walk. Yep. And that's it for this escort.
It's a pretty solid escort.
Yep. Something we didn't mention is the big way to go fast there is to get tree skips, so we don't have to do the RCs on them.
Yeah.
He was trying to set that up by standing in front of Snow White, but it looked like she actually just kind of moved around him anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so the first boss fight here is I'm going to be using Flame Towers of about 11 and 12, and then ethering, and then doing that more just to do consistent damage throughout the whole fight. After that, it gets a bit scary because he can basically do whatever he wants.
He actually has like 4 different patterns of attack that he could use at his own leisure. And it's extremely terrifying if he uses specifically 2 types. One where he roots himself in the ground, and another where he starts throwing tree bombs from his branches.
He also does a little charge-up move here, and it's random if he does it twice. So
Yeah, he did it
have
twice
to wait.
The first one you can do damage on. The second one, he is completely invulnerable, so you don't want to use any sort of like shot lock or anything while he's in that
I'm dead,
state.
yeah. There's nothing I could have done there.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is one of the 2 attacks we did not want to see.
I have to click continue here because I need my ethers back.
Good thing to mention is we'll be donating $5 a death.
For each person, so
Each
every
person.
single
Each
one of
person.
us.
So there's 5.
So that's
We're
20
starting
across
early.
the board.
Yep. I still got to get home, so please don't die again.
I can't promise anything, my friend. Hopefully he doesn't do that attack again.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't either. So a little fun tidbit here. This boss, it gets knocked down by an amount of hits, not damage. So like that's why we're trying to use our shot locks here. We try to use 10 and 11 in the kind of succession, and it usually knocks him down to the ground. That was a much better fight this time around.
Yeah, you see him walked around instead of that.
So Rebel.
Yes.
We're coming up to Castle of Dreams. Do you want to tell them about Castle of Dreams?
All right, Castle of Dreams. We need to get some fleeting drops, a few D-Link crystal drops, and it's pretty much random whether the game will be nice or not. Generally, you've only got to enter the room 3 times. Hopefully, we won't have to enter it that many times. You can do it in 1, but it's really rare to do it in 1, and it'd be really fast in 1. So, a couple of cutscenes. Then a bit of movement towards this one.
That little ledge right there, actually, sometimes Ventus, depending on how you jump onto it, he just kind of hang there.
He'll just hang there for as long as possible and waste as much time as he likes, just because why not? So I'm going to buy 2 slide dashes, and then I'm going to buy 3 sleeps, and then just put on the 2 slide dashes. And coming up with a piece of movement that I actually found 2 years ago at this point, actually.
It's one of my favorites, actually.
So you jump up, lock onto that guy, swing, and then you should get up there, but yeah, like that.
I'm surprised that he gave you a second chance.
I know, I'm surprised as well.
Usually he goes right under the ground as soon as you lock onto him, so you only get the 1 chance to try to get up there. However, this time it looks like he just wanted to give you an extra room. You know,
so
GDQ run and all.
Yeah, I'm picking up a fleeting crystal, a balloon letter chest here, because I need that for the next world, and just collecting some items. I'm going to leave the last one until I need to finish this segment, which is that thing on the chair. So I'm going to go into Snow White, and then I'm going to start doing sleepy, grumpy on things.
We're looking for a couple drops from these guys. This strike rate that we're using has a steal property.
It's called Treasure Raid.
It's called Lucky Strike. Yeah.
Is it?
It's called Treasure Raid. It tries to force a drop from enemies. It doesn't always work. It's kind of random. So I get on this ball because it's faster to roll on these guys than do anything else.
And if you roll on the ball, you don't get EXP, but we don't need that since this is level 1.
So that's 1.
So I try and hit as many as I can in a row. It looks like I'll be entering the room a second time.
Ideally, we
I
want to
got a
get...
demon drop. That's fine.
Drop.
That's nice. Ideally, we want to get 4 fleeting drops from them in total, but you can get away with just getting 3.
Yeah, I'll probably be looking for 3 at this point.
Yeah.
What would be ideal now is if I get a D-Link drop for Snow White, then I won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's possible to do this whole grind without like leaving the room, but you have to get very lucky.
It's completely up to the game and whether or not you have to come back into the room multiple times.
Yeah, it looks like I have to come back in a few more
The
times.
average is probably about 2 times.
Yeah, this might be a 3-time because I think I barely got anything.
They're not even giving you any binds either.
I use sleep on these guys because the little red enemies, the red hot chilies, can fly at you and knock you off the ball, which gets really annoying after a while. I got a Pulsing Crystal, that's good. Oh,
nice, we can skip a chest later on in the game.
He's also looking for a Wellspring Crystal, so we can skip a chest later.
Yeah.
If he does not get the Wellspring Crystal, unfortunately it's about like maybe a 15-second time stop.
Oh, there's the 2 things I need.
Alrighty.
So now I need to level up Terra to level 2. Oh, there's 1.
We could still see a second room this time yet.
Right.
So because we are using this yarn ball to move around and kill the
there
enemies,
we go.
we actually don't gain any C points or command points.
I'm going to stay on the ball to kill these guys because I need my... Oh, I know, Sleeping Crystal, the bonus.
It's not that big of an issue because we're actually not leveling anything up at this point. In the old route, we did used to level up blizzards in this room, and we'd have to actually kill a certain amount of enemies using D-Links. And I think it would be Aqua D-Link, right?
We used to level up Aqua D-Link so we could level up some blizzards. We don't even get the blizzards anymore. It was pointless in even getting them. We now make we make a blackout at the end of the game. We don't use it, we just make it for the ability.
Okay, we're going to give a shout out here for this strat.
If it works.
Yeah. So, Succinct and Punchy actually came up with this.
What I was looking for there is he's got 2 attacks that he can do if you run up to him. One of them's a claw. If you get hit by the claw, you can get hit by any other attack, and you can be in red health. And the D-Link ability for Terra actually gives you Berserk, basically. So you do 1 less cycle of Sonic Blades. And I cut that one short because I don't need it.
So a good fight, we would be in red critical health here, and the Berserk strat that we were talking about actually increases our damage exponentially. We can actually finish that a lot sooner.
It saves about 10 seconds or so. It saves about 10 if you get hit by the optimal attacks.
And this is like about a 50-minute run usually, maybe 55.
Yeah, so getting it is
It's a huge time save.
It's a huge, huge time save. If I can skip cutscenes, that'd be good.
So this slide dash is actually blind, so you just kind of
I just do it and hope.
Slide dash.
I just do it and hope. Usually I never get it, so I don't even know why I go for it.
The cool property to sliding dash is it gives us a lot of distance, but if you also use it in hidden enemy at the very end of it, you can actually dodge roll out of the animation and continue moving as normal. So there's no down, like wind down at all.
It's because it's meant to be like a combo move, so rather than just you use it and you're stuck in this animation forever, they tried to make it so you can actually do stuff afterwards, which is why you can dodge roll instantaneously. I tried to do interloading zones as well, just to try and get to them quicker. There's a couple of enemies here that I could try and hit, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think we can do some donations
Yeah,
now.
there's just a bit of movement up here, and that's it.
Alrighty. We have a $150 donation from Plasma Elite 217, who says, always love watching GDQ and always love Kingdom Hearts. Please put my donation toward the Punch-Out run so we can see awesomeness. I wish all the runners luck and speed. We got a $10 donation from Nana. Excuse me.
No, go ahead.
Who says, my first time donating in AGDQ, but had to this time for my boy Rebel. Just remember, I'll get you pizza if it's a good run.
Did you see that was Nanner?
No, that's my friend Robbie.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to go into Terra and Sonic Blade these guys. We do this with the CP. It's actually technically faster to go into Snow White and use Bashful, which is Warp. But we need the CP from these guys to level up some stuff.
Shoutouts to Mistmaster actually for looking into this. He made the new route that we use today. It's been a bit fine-tuned since then, but because of him, we actually were able to save a lot of time and change up how we do our grinding.
It's actually extremely dangerous to do this because you have no iframes in the middle of Sonic Blade, and goons are rather good at killing you in like 2 hits or literally when you can't see anything.
And Ventus's auto block in this D-Link should be good, but it actually kills you a lot of the time.
Yeah, it kind of traps you in this animation, and sometimes you can just keep turning around and blocking, and you're not trying to, and you're just trying to dodge roll away.
Yep.
These should be the last 3.
That was actually pretty decent.
That was pretty good.
There's a bit more movement here, trying to hit the goons with sliding dash. You can basically do it as soon as you leave the portals, because 9 times out of 10, they are right in front of you, and they will just get smacked.
So did we get 4 or 5 fleetings?
I need to pick up the extra one.
So we had to pick up the extra one, okay.
I saw 3 and was like, right, we're going. So I need this chest here for the money. Oh god, there's tons of arrows everywhere. Then I'll grab this guy here, and then we leave.
When we descend there are goons and archers all on the floor there. They can actually catch us when we drop down. So the best thing to do is use the sliding dash to gain as much distance away from them as possible.
I can tell you now, I've died more times dropping down from one of those chests to anything than anything else in this game. They just kill you in literal microseconds.
And because we don't have anything like once more or second chance, which lets you keep onto 1 HP in those kind of situations, we die immediately because this is critical and we take lots of damage.
And just a little thing you saw him kind of wait for a portal there because you have to wait for it to change colors to go to the right spot.
A lot of people in their casual playthroughs get lost in that maze because they go in too early thinking, oh, this is the way to go.
I still did that when I did runs.
Also, I used the 3rd slide dash down for that meld, so I didn't have to move any in the menu. Just a little optimization. Well, this fight.
Yeah, so right at the start, he's going to take damage because if you're in critical health in the Snow White D-Link, the command gauge just fills up automatically, so you don't have to hit her.
And this fight is 100% pattern-based. She'll do whatever she wants.
And so earlier we talked about how EXP Crit 0 did a lot of damage depending on your attacks. The way it works in these D-Links is these are all technically finishers. So all of the amount of damage that comes out of here in succession is a lot more than you would normally see if you were just using your normal Keyblade.
It basically scales every hit up to a certain amount.
So the world level that you see is what it's trying to scale it to so that you're able to do damage at level 1.
When she does this attack, I can just hit underneath her and sneezy, because it still hits her.
but it is not preferable.
Ideally, we want her to go to the top there and use one of her lightning DMs. The sleeping one is not
This
too
works
bad,
too, yeah.
but the lightning one is the most optimal one. You can make sure all of your Snow White hits hit her.
Yep.
I'm going to sandbag this last one for safety, just so I don't die. Like there. Just for safety, I'm going to go stand behind here, because she can do this for as long as she likes.
This fight is actually extremely scary because she can do any type of attack. Right here, this is what we call Galaxy. He tried to cancel it with a shock lock. Unfortunately, he was too far away so that she was able to continue going into the attack.
She should lightning or she should sleep. Either way, I can kill her now. Yeah, she's gone lightning.
So this is the attack we wanted in the beginning.
Yep. This fight can go wrong for no fault of your own.
That was a really good fight. How you feeling, Rebel?
Oh, that was good for a marathon run.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the worst fights in the run.
Oh, I had a perfect fight earlier, and I was really mad about that.
Yeah. Thought
Really
we were going to
mad.
get nothing this time, but it was
I thought
alright.
I was going to die at least 3 or 4 times and make Vichu have to stay here for the rest of the year.
I'm just going to move here.
I'm also glad that you didn't keep the RNG from the last run as well.
Yeah, no, I had to enter the grind room like 4 or 5 times. It was a fun experience. So now we get to fight Vanitas. We can actually death abuse in the first part of it just because we do no damage to him with our Keyblade, and it's just faster to do this. So I'm just gonna run up to him and he's gonna kill me in 1 hit.
So that is an intentional death.
And
as he
then
said,
Yeah.
something interesting. If you die by that attack, it actually takes longer to play this cutscene for some reason. I think it's because it has to play it plays the entire death animation before it shows you that. I don't know why it does that, but if he kills you any other way, it doesn't do that. Oh, nice.
wow, that was extremely lucky.
So I'm just gonna sleep lock this guy.
So basically, because we do no damage, we are just going to sit here using this status aim kill sleep on him.
We're just fitting in some sliding dashes here.
Yeah, fitting in some sliding dashes, making this command board go up. But mainly our hugest source of damage is actually Mickey, so he's just going to go and chip away at Vanitas here for us.
We do this on beginner as well. This is how useful this strat is. And also, I try and use a command right there when Mickey starts his little RC. He always does it around this level of health on Vanitas, so I try and save a slide dash for there.
The immediate moment that you hear, let's team up, you want to use an attack immediately. Otherwise, he's just going to stand there
It's
and
not
just
an attack.
summon the power.
You need to use a command, otherwise he just sits there and does it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so close.
And that fight actually went really well in practice. He dodged like the first 10 or so sleeps because he can dodge how many ever he wants.
Yeah, the way that guy works, at this point in the game, he's affected by basically every status element like under the sun. Then the further you get in the game, he's affected by less and less. But the reason why we sleep him is because otherwise he can dodge any attack at any point he wants.
All right,
Also,
Vichu, you ready?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Enchanted Step in Cindy is it just does that for some reason.
Good movement tech.
Yeah, man. Oh, God. So I'm going to go grab the Wellspring Crystal from over here. I had to remind myself because otherwise I would have forgotten.
Yeah, and this is kind of out of the way. That's why you want to drop so you don't have to go over here.
We try to get them from the scrappers in Castle of Dreams. They're the green enemies that kind of run around. Unfortunately, we just got unlucky and just didn't get any of the drops.
I try and use Grumpy to get it. It's kind of... You usually use Grumpy to get it. You just YOLO swing it at some point, and I just didn't get a drop. Because you only do it once. It's slower to do it any more than once.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but when Mist was rerouting the grind, I was the one that told him to Grumpy a scrapper for a Wellspring, so shout-outs to me. Yeah. Go me.
So I'm just buying some Magnets and Thunders here. We're basically, in this world, we build our deck for pretty much the rest of the run.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Magnet Thunder later on.
And he makes
now,
those
too.
menus look so good, but they are so laggy that it is impossible to do them fast. He's just a god. So.
And if you actually mess up an input, you sit there forever waiting for it to actually move again.
Yep.
It's also menuing in this game is hard because you get random drops from enemies, and you've got to pay attention to that because it can cause extra inputs or commands to be in different places or things like that.
Yep. It's not a game where you can memorize inputs and just go.
You've just got to react on the fly. I generally try and remember if I've got drops or not. I'm usually pretty good at it. KHfan can back me up on that.
Yeah, I always miss the drops, and he always reminds me of what I got.
So we actually grabbed this chest here. It's called Counter Rush. We're not going to use it right away, but we're actually going to keep it for final fights at the end here.
Oh, that was just a little piece of D-Link movement there. It saves like dropping down and doing a bunch of other weird stuff.
Yeah, the PS3 version, we did a very small amount of D-Link movement because the loads were ridiculously long, but now on PS4 they're instant, so we do a lot of it when we can fit it in.
Here we're just going to be making a lot of different commands like Magneras, Thundaras, Zero Gravira, and they're going to give us this ability called Magic Haste. This will allow our magic commands to load up faster, and I think we get 5 of them for the entire run.
Yes.
That's the max you can get.
And it's very important for fights later on.
You actually notice in the next
Like that
fight
was a
coming
piece
up.
of lag right there that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the
I
lag.
dropped one input and that messed me up completely.
Yep.
You'll notice immediately how fast these commands will reload after we use the magic ones.
So, we're coming up on Trinity Armor, which is quite possibly another fight that can go horrendously wrong in this category.
We actually haven't touched base on this yet, but these fights in the PS4 version have a weird artifact that happens. So things like Dragon Mal or Trinity Armor, depending on which character you're playing, if you kill off certain parts of their bodies or go into certain parts of their bodies, there is an invisible hitbox that can instantly KO you.
It one-shots you. The way it does it in this fight is basically where the pieces die, it leaves like an invisible laser there for some reason, and you just have to avoid that spot on the screen, and you just got to remember where they are.
I think Square just hates us. That's probably it.
Probably. So I can run up Thunder again. I'm going to block him.
Hey, at least they gave us instant D-links.
That is true.
And then he's going to do a laser attack in the middle. Surprise, surprise. This can also one-shot you if you're not careful. So I'm going to... And you have to time that really well to actually get it out. So now I'm just going to stand in the middle of these guys and do this. And then dodge roll backwards so I don't get hit by this guy completely.
That was really good killing of the limbs there.
Yeah,
Right, now
fast.
after this attack here is where
the
this fight
scary
gets
part.
really scary. So during this attack you can stand under him and you are completely safe. If you stand in his shadow like I am, he can't hit you at all. Just try not to get pushed around by Ven and Terra because Aqua and Terra because they've pushed me into the laser before and I've just died and I'm like, okay, thanks video game.
So this is the scary part. He's going to start an attack where he's like spinning around, and you have to rely on Terra and Aqua to kill him.
That was good.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
really
an
good.
amazing fight. Really well done. Also, your subunits, they put in a lot of work in.
Yeah, they did actually. They did really well in that fight. So now we're just moving on to... Oh, I hit him for once. So we're just going to be moving to the next fight. So if you got any donations, this is another good time.
I can certainly help out with that. We have a $100 donation from Destined Conch, who says, or Conch, I've been looking forward to this run all marathon. Been watching GDQ since 2013 thanks to my best friend who introduced the event to me, and I have watched GDQs ever since. Love the event, love the cause. Thank you to everyone that makes this as wonderful as it is. Best of luck to you on the run, Rebel. Putting my money towards the Punch Out bonus game. Guys, remember, we are getting close to that, but we definitely still need your help if you want to see one person run 2 games at the same time. That would be super, super cool. So make sure to get those donations in.
Right, so now in this next fight, the Floods are easy. They die from one magnet into Thunder. Then from Red Hot Chili spawn, I'm going to go in the middle of these two. I'm going to try and go back in the middle and catch all of them. It didn't really work, but that's fine. Oh, nice, shimmer and drop.
It's pretty simple fight. You just use a lot of magnet
Yeah.
thunders.
I wait for a second here, and then when there's an audio cue, you can hear that the guy's about to attack you, and then you just magnet as they're coming towards you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That was nice and clean.
Quick.
That was actually a really good fight.
Simple and clean even.
No.
Yeah.
Are we not going there?
No.
Okay.
Awful.
Had to test the waters. So you slide dash over there just to try and clip over the wall. You can fail it if you're too high up. The game just kind of drops you down for some reason.
Shout outs to the awesome directional pad in this game.
That's me trying to go too fast, not the directional pad being good.
You have to delay your input on your cutscene skips just a little bit, and if you try to go too fast, you just look like an idiot.
I'm doing that well today. And also with these cutscenes, you can near enough skip them as soon as the loading heart in the bottom right corner disappears. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm usually looking down there during any loading screen where I know there's a cutscene afterwards.
Next up is the hardest world in the entire game.
Sure. So next up is Disney Town. I'm going to try a piece of movement to grab Super Glide really early. And then we get to play a minigame, so look forward to that.
The best minigame.
It's the
Best
only minigame. It's the shortest one, so it is automatically the best one.
Do you all like rhythm games?
It's barely
You
even a rhythm game.
you do not want this rhythm game.
No.
All right, so we're going to see Cinderella again here.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
he got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually a really cool sequence break. The way it works is, for some reason...
Oh, I got a level up as well.
Oh, nice.
Icing on the cake.
The way it works is, for some reason, when you're falling down while having an enemy in a magnet, if you use something like that barrier surge that he used, it just kind of launches you upward for some reason, and it can vary depending on your angle.
And the worst part about that is that it saves like 4 seconds getting Super Glide.
Yeah. 4 whole seconds. And you saw him talk to Pete there because he's a big old guy and he's got a really big hitbox.
He's got a bigger
Easier.
hitbox than the rest of them, and he's also the shortest distance to get to.
So we're just going to be pressing buttons, so if you have donations, you can go right ahead.
Alrighty, well, who doesn't love ice cream? Okay, we have a $150 donation from Raxon86, who says, second year donating. My grandma passed away from breast cancer in 2016, so AGDQ has become even closer to me. Had to donate during my all-time favorite series, Kingdom Hearts. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. $30 from Cooler3481, who says, Birth by Sleep for the PSP was my first Kingdom Hearts game I ever played, and I immediately fell in love with it. Seeing it run here at an equally awesome event just draws the cash right out of my wallet.
I'm just going to play it all.
About to head over to the arcade, dude.
Man, they better have this on Ubeat.
I've been trying to get 2,000 points in this minigame in a run for the longest time. I don't even think you can do it.
Neither of us have done it.
Yeah, we've been
It's too
trying
hard.
for the longest time.
I've ran this game for so long and I can't do it.
Oh. And that's the end of Disney Town.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Now back to the real game.
That was the real game. I don't know what you're on about.
That was the hardest world,
Yeah,
man.
man.
He nailed it.
Yeah.
He almost didn't make it.
Yeah, dude. I died a few times. Right, so this is Ventus's... I didn't mean to do that. So this is Ventus's first instance of having partners with him.
Besides Mickey.
Besides Mickey. But partners in a fight like this. What partners do is they, when they get the killing blow on an enemy, they steal things like EXP and CP, which we don't want. We want to get as many kills as we can. So we want to get as many kills as we can, but Magna Thunder helps out with that. Now this is where this fight gets really scary. These guys will group up and they will kill you instantaneously if they feel like it. So I'm just going to keep a magnet above my head at all times, and if they come at me, they'll just get caught in the magnet.
I have lost many runs to them just bodying me immediately.
Oh, yeah. And after he kills all these, you'll see just one little guy spawn right at the end because on the PSP version, they couldn't spawn them all at once, and they just never changed it.
Yeah,
They're just lazy.
No,
No,
he just
no, no,
wanted to be
no.
the
The
final
PS4 is
one.
not strong enough to be true.
He was scared.
Yeah, he's hiding till the end. He like wants to be the MVP, but he just can't do it.
Yep.
So, funnily enough, this is another little mini game that we have to play. We've got to destroy some urns with Hercules.
So we probably have about a good 2.5, 3 minute downtime. So if you have any donations, feel free.
All right. We have a $100 donation from Sonic Shadow Silver 2.
Oh, my boy Sonic.
Yeah.
He says, hey, Rebel Dragon, good luck with the run. Really excited that Ventus Critical is being shown since this is one of my favorite Birth by Sleep HD categories.
Let it be known that Sonic Shadow Silver is actually the current world record holder of this category.
And a lot of BBS.
A lot of BBS.
And a lot of BBS
Yeah.
categories.
A lot.
Yeah. Sonic's really good at this game.
We also have a $150 donation from Amaro Shiro. Says, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is one of my favorite games. Good luck, Rebel Dragon. Greetings from Germany.
So I get on a barrel for this and kill stuff.
That's literally the mini game.
I'm
Yeah.
just let it be known
You
that
just-
I have lost this many times.
Oh, I've lost this before as well. I'm bad at video games, don't worry.
Sometimes
we've all
Herc gets
lost a
this
couple
weird
times.
AI property where he just goes ham, and then sometimes he just doesn't do anything. But yeah, basically we're just gonna jump on barrels, blow stuff up. That's the entire minigame for the next minute and a half. So if you have any more donations, feel free.
All right. We've got a $20 donation from Miss Master One. Says, all right. Says, good luck on this run, Rebel. I know you'll kill it. Happy to see the best Birth by Sleep category make it into a GDQ after all this time. Wish I could have made it to AGDQ this year, but I hope to be there for SGDQ later this year and meet all of you amazing people.
We miss you too, Miss. We hope to see you soon.
Good luck to everyone else running in this marathon. We have $100 from Katie F, who says, my only applicable skill is being able to explain the plot of Kingdom Hearts.
It's a hard skill to have.
That is a
It's
hard
pretty
skill.
tough. It's honestly pretty tough.
If you can write it down, it's even better.
Right. I'm more than happy to donate some money to this cause. Let's kick this heartless disease's butt. We also have a $25 donation from Skitty, who says, had to donate during Birth by Sleep since the Kingdom Hearts series was my intro to speedrunning. Let's all work together to make it to that big $1 million.
Yeah, let's all get to that million, right, everybody?
Let's go. Let's get that million, guys. Let's get it. Keep in mind, guys, we still have to meet that punch-out run incentive, so everyone get your donations in for that. Coming up soon.
Right, so we're actually done with mini games now. We can
Yeah.
go back to
We actually
playing
get to
video
play
games.
a video game now. So I need to sell some stuff. What have I got to sell? I can't menu today. I got a couple of blizzards. Am I good on money? Nope, I need to sell that. I'm good on money. I need to buy an Asuna, an Ignite, a Confuse, and then open the menu again, obviously.
Don't forget Super Glide and don't forget to actually use it.
Oh yeah, I've been grabbing it all week and just not using it. I've been forgetting to put it on.
So what he's creating here is a renewal block, which when you use this block and take damage, it actually heals your HP bar. On top of that, he put a soothing crystal onto it, which actually increases the amount of his maximum HP. We're also going to put on our Super Glide that we got in Disney Town and the Counter Rush that we got in Radiant Garden. And that's pretty much most of the menu we'll do for the rest of the game, except for a meld later on in Neverland.
So this fight's pretty easy. I'm just gonna magnet through it. And I'm gonna be walking around because Hercules can do an RC move where he shouts Ven. Out shoutouts to Zetris.
Shoutouts
by the way.
to Zetris!
Tetris.
And yeah, these things all have 1 HP and they all die very quickly. Like right there. Ven!
Then
Ven! So they all die, and that's actually a really good place for like CP and stuff. So a lot of our commands get their CP from there.
For those of you at home who are super confused, Zetris absolutely detests this force fight. He hates when Hercules yells out Ben.
You can just see his brain going, "Don't say that to me," whenever you say it to him. So this fight here is kind of scary. Metamorphosis 1 can easily kill you if you're not paying attention.
It's my personal least favorite fight in the run.
I'm trying to dash into him a bunch of times, and hopefully it goes well.
You see that HP bar there? It looks pretty staggering, and the amount of damage we're doing, don't worry about it. We just have to do a little bit of damage. Not enough to kill him, just enough to make him run away.
And he's doing the charge move on triangle, and it's actually really hard to hit him. So like he hit you like 5 in a row right there. That's impressive. It's so hard to control.
And he's going to spin again. Ooh. So glad
Ooh.
If I didn't have the HP boost, I actually would have died there.
Yeah, that attack, it can hit you multiple times or maybe once. It is all up to RNG.
It's a scary fight.
I've got a pulsing crystal, right?
Yes, you got one.
I just want to make sure, because Beatrice moaned at me earlier about it.
And I was right, and y'all were wrong, so.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Super glad. Oh, okay.
Don't pause. Don't pause.
So
My finger was hovering it as well.
In this game, there are some cutscenes that aren't actually cutscenes. And if you pause it, you just get to look at this lovely image of pause as there's no cutscene skip.
Gonna keep seeing Magnet and Thunder. It's just too strong of a combination.
Yep, and Magnet only got stronger on the PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about 60 FPS causes the damage to just hit multiple times more than it used to.
Because when they ported it over, they didn't quite do it correctly, so it just kind of amplified a lot of stuff that they didn't mean to do. But I mean, it's good for us.
What it does is a lot of stuff that we had to use 2 magnets on before. Ah, nice troll. 2 thunders on before. We only need to use 1.
The cool thing is, Square Enix has known about this issue for a long time, and they just left it in. They're like, you know what, you guys, you deserve it.
They look out for the speedrunners, dude.
I'm just trying to get both these in there, and I can start. That was okay.
Not a cutscene.
No, my hand's off the controller this time.
All right.
Yeah, I remember Super Glide's a thing.
I'm so proud of you.
Gotta save those 4 seconds, dude.
Yeah, man. I probably already lost it doing the dodge rolls at the start.
Probably.
So basically, we're just going to be traveling to the next boss fight. We don't have to do any more fighting other than that. You can get a quick donation in for sure.
Okie dokie. We have a $30 donation from I Am Zamber, who says, this Kingdom Hearts speedrun is my fiance and I's favorite GDQ run of all time. The songs, fights, and commentators make this so fun. Let's destroy cancer.
There goes those 4 seconds.
Yeah, there goes the 4 seconds right there.
You beefed that movement real hard.
Yeah.
That does not deserve a yeehaw.
All right, so this is the same fight from outside, but this time we actually have to kill him. We don't do a lot of damage to him. We want to stay away from him as well because he tends to do some scary moves. So what we're going to do is just ignite spam him until he gets to 1 HP and then hit him.
Pray Stitch does damage.
And for some reason, when you stand behind this pillar and he can't see you, he just acts really passive for no reason. I can't explain why. He just doesn't do anything.
He just doesn't think you're there anymore, dude. He's like a newborn baby.
Hey, man. Oh, God, Stitch, don't do this to me.
So this is the scary move we were talking about. We don't want this.
Because even with the 2 HP boost too, will one-shot you.
Yeah, you get one shot by this guy. What happened there was Stitch decided to do his RC, which changes your camera to a really crappy one. And you can't do anything about it. You just have to hope that he doesn't see you from there.
Now he's doing a different method of attacking. If he sees you, he'll start trying to dash at you really quickly with the lightning attack.
Rebel did the sliding dash.
I'm not doing the slide and dash.
I need to go home, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Some clutch guards there, you know, only 1 death so far. I get to go home.
Oh, we haven't got to Hook yet.
He's coming up.
Yeah, can we not?
Anyone looking for a roommate?
I hear he can cook. Not well.
So we're going to Neverland. And we got to level up the rest of our commands and make some stuff. What is the stuff?
We're going to be making a Magnaga and Blackout. We're going to be getting a Once More and second chance.
Once More,
from that.
second chance, yeah.
Yeah. That will keep us alive in the final fights we got here. It'll let us keep on to 1 HP so we don't just get one shot by everything.
Yep.
Because we are definitely going to get hit.
He also just stops to kill some more stuff because he needs a little more CP.
Yep. And second chance keeps you at 1 HP, and Once More allows a combo not to kill you. So that's what the Wellspring and the Pulsing Crystal are for.
I'm just going to quickly do that menu here. Well, I have to mash through this first. Those just tell you, oh, you got this command to max level.
Perfect. We are now safe for the run. We're also going to put on our balloon letters now because we're going to be using those at the very end of the game as well. Having it menued now just saves us menuing later. And now we're going to enter another force fight, which we're going to use a little fun technique that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, we're going to use Bashful in Snow White, which is Warp. It's the only safe way to deal with this fight with the deck that we happen to have.
The way Bashful works is it takes the enemies and instantly despawns them. It actually kills them without actually giving you any experience or CP.
But at this point, we don't need it anymore.
That was amazing. That was so lucky. What was that? 3 blackouts?
Yes, I also reverted at the end to make sure that my D-Link's at max after the fight.
Because we need to use D-Link on the next fight?
Yeah. I'm just going to super glide everywhere now that I've remembered that it's a thing.
Yes.
Even though I've already lost 4 seconds.
It's all right. You can still save time.
I believe in you. You can do this.
So the fight we're actually heading to is Captain Hook. And the Once More and second chance are really important because they're what fill up the Mickey D-Link that we're going to use. And I think it was Bloody Biscuits that randomly found that Mickey D-Link did a lot of damage in this fight.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
Shout out to our boy BB.
And then another runner called Mikachu Tuhonen came up with an actual somewhat consistent strat. That swing at the start forces him to either dodge to the left or the right. Then we can just knock him straight off the edge. And when he comes back to the middle, he just automatically DMs. I do that. I pause buffer to see what the button's over. And then this happens.
Let's see.
You can see EXP0 at work here. It's taking all
He's
these
dead.
finishers.
That's
and
it.
destroying him.
Perfect.
That was a perfect fight. Sometimes he holds on to some HP, but this time he did not get a chance.
And just to note, that strat does not work without all 5 magic hastes. That's why they're important.
Yeah. Your Ignite just doesn't, it just isn't recharged fast enough, so.
It's pretty precise.
Yeah.
We're actually now heading into the final area of the game. We're going to do a lot of cutscene skipping. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cutscenes now, so.
From the PS4 version to the PS3 version, we saved maybe 3 minutes here just because of load times.
In Ven, it was actually something like 4.
Yeah,
like
closer to 4, yeah.
It was ridiculous how much time you saved. Stay on beginner in Ven for Vanitas 2, which is the fight we're coming up on in a minute. Like sub 7 was considered really good, but now it's like, oh, sub 4 or reset. Like, yeah, there's just a bunch of cutscenes. So if you've got any more donations, this is another good time.
Okay. We've got a $100 donation from Pixel Ty. Pixel says, had to donate during the Birth by Sleep run. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite series, and it's always great to see it at a GDQ. Thanks to everyone who makes this amazing week of speedruns possible. We've got another $100 donation from Anonymous, who says, longtime fan of AGDQ and Kingdom Hearts, so what better time to donate? Best of luck to the runners, and thanks to everyone at AGDQ for their work. Maybe this time next year, we can see Kingdom Hearts 3. That's the dream, man.
We're all dreaming for it.
That's the dream.
It's never coming out.
I know.
We've decided. I've decided. They said 2018. It's 2088 at this point. We're just done.
It's actually a myth.
I'm
really
convinced
a myth.
KH4 is going to come out first than rather than KH3. So yeah, we're going into final fights here. I make sure I'm hovered over the balloon letter here because At the start of the fight, after the fight I'm going into, we need to use it as fast as we can. And when you enter the boss here with it hovered over it, it saves that you were over it for the entire thing.
Yep, because we're gonna be using a D-Link here, so we won't be using our regular command menu.
How many of you have had troubles with this fight?
Every single run
Every single
of
run.
my life, except for like 2.
Well, we actually get to do something very fun to this guy. We get to punish him immensely with this strat. And we're going to show you this in just a little bit here. We just got to knock him off this Keyblade thing.
Keyblade thing.
It's like a Keyblade stream
thing.
It's the Keyblade bike, I like to call it.
Yeah, we get to show off a D-Link that we just got from defeating Captain Hook. And the finisher does a lot of damage.
This is definitely a yeehaw finisher. Just you wait, you'll see.
So what we're trying to do is trying to bait him into do this right
there
here.
You go.
So because of EXP 0, all of these attacks are technically finishers, and they do a lot of damage.
Just barely,
that
dude.
was
Barely
great.
killed
Oh,
it.
wow.
That was... My positioning on him was really weird, so a lot of my hits whiffed, and I got all the way to the finisher, which is really risky. But so glad it killed him. So we're going to do a similar thing on this fight. I said I need to mash out the balloon letter as fast as possible. So this guy's going to go straight into an attack where he charges up his Keyblade. Then he does the ground hit and an air hit. I'm going to tank the ground hit to the face, and then go into the D-Link, and then go into the air to meet him, and then start going in.
And just as a quick note, in about 40 seconds or so, get ready for time. This is the final fight.
And he's going into second phase now.
Now tell me you don't see that health bar go down and just think yeehaw. That's what I think.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
All right.
Right.
This section is actually a lot harder than it looks, so.
I need to listen out for an audio line. He's going to say it. Oh, he's in front of me.
This could be scary.
bro?
No, he's fine.
Yeah, he did the shot. No, see?
Oh,
he did do the
okay.
thing I thought he was going to do.
And he's just going to...
Okay.
So the unfortunate thing is sometimes he can get right in
Yeah,
your face, and that happens.
Yeah.
That's another $5, my friends.
Another $5.
That's 10. I'm sorry, Beecher.
Be sure you can't go home.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah,
Virginia's all right. I'll stay.
Sorry about your money, dude.
I don't need it.
So because we died, we don't have to mash the balloon letter anymore. We just instantly have
You
max.
just got to wait for him to do it.
This attack is so good. Every time I see it.
Yep.
It's still going. I'm holding the button. It goes for like another 5 seconds afterwards.
Now hopefully he does the right thing this time.
That's
There
what
you
you were
go.
looking
That-
for
There you
before.
go.
That's the one I'm looking for.
Now we should be home free. Knock on wood.
This will push him back far enough that we can just use our shock lock with ease.
So you have to counter him 4 times with this, and then you get your finisher.
There we go.
There you go.
Sometimes he'll go really slow.
Yeah.
We want him to go fast. So when he just kind of
He'll
stands
probably
there.
dash again after this because he usually does that when he does that. Oh, I think
Nope, he's going to shot lock again, isn't he? Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh, come on.
There you go.
that's
All
fine.
right.
Okay.
For some reason, he didn't dash straight away. This part's kind of random. It's honestly the hardest
All right,
part of this
time's coming
fight. And time is at the end of this attack, so time is now.
Now.
You got a 52-22.
Yeah, man.
That's really good.
All my
Is that
runs
what that
is
says?
yeah. All my runs this week have been between like a 54 and a barely sub 1, so a 52 is really good for me, especially with 2 deaths.
Only 2 deaths. That's not
Only
bad.
2 deaths.
Only $10.
Yeah, only
Yeah, so
$10.
it's only 10. You can actually go home today, dude.
I just won't eat dinner tonight.
You just won't eat dinner. Have you guys got any shout outs or anything?
Actually, I want to shout out the KH community that's here at AGDQ.
All those guys there.
And some people who weren't actually able to make it, Accents, Swift SRL, Miss Master, Sonic, all of those people, and anyone I may have missed, I'm sorry. You are all wonderful. Thank you for everything you've done. And everybody have a great GDQ.
And I have one shout out.
Oh,
Shout outs to the Goon Squad.
yep.
Yeah.